Today, my friends, we are graced with rap royalty, the one and only Tech N9ne. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man.
Now, I mean, you've been witness to the last 3 decades of this industry and how it's just ebbed and flowed. You've also maintained one hell of an independent career. What's your secret to career longevity?
I keep my ear to whatever's going on in the industry, music industry, period, not just hip hop, I keep my ear tuned, and I have the natural love for the craft. And I think a long time ago, I chose a style that would not ever get old. You know what I'm saying? And because I have multiple styles and didn't just lean to one style. You know, a lot of people say they love the chopper flow. That's just one part of me. But, you know, say I am an MC that's been on the Wake Up Show and Sway and BT Cypher, everything, you know what I mean? So I think I chose that a long time ago. I know I chose it a long time ago to have the ability to adjust to any musical situation lyrically, you know what I mean? And I'm proud of that, man. But my love for the craft and my hunger for new beats and dope beats, I still get excited, you know?
That's awesome, man. It's great to still have that sort of
excitement. I didn't follow. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop you, but I didn't follow any trends because you die with the trends, you know.
I mean, in talking of that, like metal has seemed to take a lot of inspiration from your chopper flow. Singers like Ollie from Archspire and Chad from Mudvayne, to name a few, that have adapted it to their music. Firstly, how do you feel about your career inspiring others to emulate your style across other genres? And secondly, have you had the chance to speak to any of these artists about the subject of your flow?
No, but every artist I meet, they have a story about when they first heard Tech N9ne and what they first heard. You know what I mean? Like Ronnie Radke wanted that chopper flow because he's good at it. I wouldn't say he got it from me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say, I don't know if I inspired whoever, but I know out of everybody I've heard doing music, nobody does it like me. Or nobody does Bone like Bone Thugs and Harmony. Nobody does Twista like Twista. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't do Tech N9ne. You know what I'm saying? You can emulate and try, and you might think that it's just saying your words fast, but if you want to be Tech N9ne, you have to have clarity while speeding. That's how you show off.
That's awesome, man. And I mean, I can't, like you mentioned, Ronnie, I can't go past that collaboration on Ronald with you, Ronnie, and Alex Terrible. How did all that come about?
I was working on my album Bliss, if I'm not mistaken, my solo album Bliss. And I was looking for metal choppers. And when I put that into my search, Ronnie popped up, Kim Dracula popped up, a couple of, Ghostmane popped up, you know what I mean? Like, so I went to watch the world burn and I was like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Then I went to Kim Dracula video and I was like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? I hit Ronnie and Kim Dracula in the DMs and they both hit me back. I was going to have both of them on the same song at first. You know what I mean? And Ronnie's like, man, I'm working on this huge album right now. I love the concept and everything, but I won't have time to do it because I'm working hard on this album, but I want you to do one for me. So when he went on tour, he came to Kansas City. I met him face to face through his, you know what I'm saying, through some people that he knows and I know, you know, and he played it for me backstage in Kansas City. He said, this is the one. It was heavy. And I was like, yeah, I got it. And we did some moving around on the lyrics once I sent him the first copy, the first draft, and he's like, "How about do it like this?" And I redid it, and you hear what you got now, man, on Ronald.
Oh yeah, man, it was incredible. And I mean, you've spent some time recently on the bill of festivals for like metal and punk shows. How have you found the fan bases of those genres welcoming the brilliance that is Tech N9ne?
When I first created Tech N9ne, like I said, I wanted Tech N9ne to be the MC that can adjust to any musical situation. You know what I mean? And thank God for my family being diverse with the different types of music they brought in the house. Allowed me to go further into other genres that I loved: rock, hardcore metal, you know what I'm saying, death metal, all that, man. You know what I'm sizzling? So I already know the music that I started with, like Einstein, all the power music I have, like Einstein and Eba and Psycho Bitch and Straight Out the Gate, and just all these songs are powerful pieces of art. So I knew that I would mix well with any genre. You know what I'm sizzling? So performing like I've been doing over the decades, Not Fest, at Aftershock, at Rock on the Range, it just solidified how I wanted it to be for Tech N9ne since the very beginning, you know?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I have to say, I first got to see you perform at the Tivoli in Brisbane 7 years ago, and I was blown away by yourself and Chris Calico. Like that was
Yes.
holy shit. Now you also had a support artist there, Viking N3. You have a habit of uncovering just phenomenal artists. Is it something you go looking for, or do you really have people approach you constantly?
Nah, man, I usually go out and find artists. You know what I mean? I'll go to a show on 18th and Vine and see Chris Calico on stage and be like, whoa, and check out their abilities. Then we'll possibly do a song next, and then I'll peep more of their abilities. And same thing with King ISO. Went to a show. He was on stage. He was on tour with Twisted Insane. I heard about him through social media. People calling him the new Tech N9ne. I'm like, wait, I'm the new Tech N9ne. And I went to go see him, and I saw his abilities. We do a song together. Next thing you know, it's smooth sailing, man. We together. You know what I mean? That's how I do with all my artists. Same thing with X-Rated. I already know X-Rated was a monster when it comes to lyrical ability from over the years. You know what I'm sizzling? So us getting on a song together solidified it. So usually I go out and I find same thing with JL, same thing with Seth's crew, same thing with Stevie Stone. You know what I mean? Scatterman and Snug Brim, Cut Calhoun, all of them, man. I go find these guys. We find each other somehow in the hood, in the studio, out at a bar, out in the clubs. I'm gonna find the dope, and the dope's gonna find me.
Nice. Now, I mean, some of the most incredible artists you've worked with, you've managed to sign onto your label, Strange Music. Who have you signed onto your label that the moment you heard them, you just thought, holy shit, this is like next level shit?
Everybody I just named, all my artists. I don't choose mediocrity when it comes to artists. I choose artists that can do what I do and beyond. So all those names I just named, like from Chris Calico to ISO to X-Rated to Scatterman and Snug Brim to Seth's crew, all of them, man. Mayday, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on forever. I said holy shit to all of them because I go for elite artistry. If that
Hell
makes
yeah.
sense to you.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Like, I mean, you bring Joey Cool with you this time. So
Yes, really cool.
I'm so keen
Extreme
for this.
artist, man. Extreme artist. You know, he's uh he's versatile. You can hear him on songs with me and ISO chopping with The Rock on Face Off. You can hear me on one of his songs called Kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many different styles of MCing all my artists have, and that doesn't exclude Joey Cool at all.
I mean, one of your greatest songs, in my kid's opinion, is Speed 'Em. Uh,
Speed.
and yeah, oh, dude, I have heard that song over 1,000 times. My kids, oh, they love it,
Yes,
love it.
yes,
Um,
yes.
Firstly, is that like is the chopper style something of a dying art? That
No,
and
it's
and
not a dying art at all, man. Everybody's doing it, man. Even Doechii is doing it.
yeah,
How can it be dying when even Kendrick is popping off? You know what I'm saying? J. Cole is popping off. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the top MCs, even T.I. can pop off, and he does it. So it's not a dying art at all, man. If you go around the world and you see Kulega in Germany, and um, you see Foster in Nigeria, and you see, you know what I'm saying, you see Cheza in Istanbul, you know, you got to be around the world to know that that fast flow ain't never going nowhere, brother. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I don't give a fuck how I don't give a fuck how much they dumb it down. It's cool because we can all dumb it down. You know what I'm saying? We try. For instance, I didn't do no chopping on Hood Go Crazy. I don't think, or everybody but me. But I do some Tech N9ne rapping. I'm an MC. But that fast flow will never die, man. You know what I'm sizzling? That's why Bone Thugs and Harmony are working on a new album right now as we speak. And Twista is always working. Not a dying art. I ain't never heard that before. You heard that?
I haven't, but just the increasing mumble rap and other,
Oh, no.
yeah,
Listen. You cannot compare that with this kind of artistry. You have to take that for what that is and not compare it just because it's under the hip hop umbrella. That's where a lot of people go wrong. A lot of styles are up under the hip hop umbrella, but whether they're call themselves rappers or hip hoppers, it's on them. I'm just saying that I'm a Travis Scott fan. I'm not saying Travis Scott mumbles. I'm just saying I'm a Travis Scott fan. I am a Young Thug fan. I am a Gunna fan. I am a Migos fan. I'm a Lil Baby's fan. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know, as far as mumbling, the only motherfucker I know that 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 said that he does mumble sometimes is Future, and I love Future. You know what I mean? So you just gotta understand it's levels to this shit that you shouldn't compare to what the world calls mumble rap because it starts to
yeah,
sound like racism to me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of young black kids in the hood do the auto tune with the lazy kind of flow. You know what I'm sizzling? But you have to take that for what it is and not compare it to what I do or what the technical rhymers do because you will forever feel like you're shunning that. And you might not want that. You know what I mean? But I was a dancer before I was a rapper, so I understood when Soldier Boy came out. I understood when D4L came out as dance music. I understand, even though I'm an elite MC. You don't take Coast Contra and compare them to um Skilla Baby, you know, because it's a different level. Even though
yeah.
people and we love Skilla Baby, you know what I'm saying, from Detroit, you can't compare Coast Contra to Skilla Baby just because it's hip hop. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, so when you say dying art because the mumble seems to be winning, nah, because J. Cole is still spitting, Kendrick is still spitting, Eminem is still spitting, all of us are still spitting, man. Coast Contra is still spitting, Crooked Eye is still spitting. You know what I'm saying? Chino XL was still spitting, rest his soul. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not dying just because the youngsters are winning at mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And in their lane, because Kendrick is winning in his lane, J. Cole is winning in his lane, Jay-Z is always winning in his lane. You understand? It's like
Yeah,
it's just because the youngsters are winning down here in their lane, don't mean that's all of hip hop. That's just a level, my friend. That's
yeah.
it.
It hits on the metal level as well. There's so many genres, subgenres, everything. There's so much.
Yes,
Now
yes, yes, yes.
you are in the country at the end of this month, and coincidentally, the same time as Ronnie and the boys in Falling in Reverse. Any chance of seeing you making a little guest spot somewhere along the line?
Man, I heard Slaughter to Prevail is out there right now too, and Hollywood Undead. You know what I mean? It makes me feel like, why weren't we all on the same bill? You know what I mean? Like, damn, we all doing it separately. Would have been massive for us all do it together, and me too come out. You know what I'm saying? Throw Five Finger Death Punch in there, and I'll be on stage with them too, doing Mama Said Knock You Out. You know what I mean? We've done it before. So it's like, I hope that I'm able to run into some of my brothers while I'm out there.
Hell yeah, man. Now, thank you so much for your time today, Tech. It's been an honor and a
Thank
privilege
you.
to talk to you, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
brother.
all you have done for music, and I can't wait to see you in Brizzy at the end of the month, dude. Thank
Thank
you.
you, brother.